My family, come and join me and we do this reaction video. Today's lesson is going to be about whether we should trust people or not. We are in 2026, so we have to know what to do, whether we need to trust people in our life or we don't need. But before that, gap your coffee. I have my Turkish coffee with me, and I know you also you should gap your coffee or you gap your popcorn so that we all do the reaction to that video. Let me stop talking and we do what? We divert to the video and see. This message is very powerful. So I say, no way, I don't need to watch this video alone.
A moment.
I have to share it
Let it
with you guys.
echo in the silence of your own mind. It's a hard statement, a cold statement, the kind of statement that feels like closing a door, like sliding a bolt across your heart. You have made it your title. You have declared it. And you are not wrong to do so. In fact, you are operating from a fundamental truth that most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid. The world will teach you, often through the blunt instrument of pain, that trust is not a default setting. It is not a gift you scatter like seeds on the wind. It is a sacred currency earned in the slow, deliberate marketplace of human action and consequence. You say this because you have learned. You have learned that smiles can be tactics, that promises can be currency spent with no intention of repayment, that the hand extended in friendship can sometimes be a hand guiding you toward a cliff you did not see. You have felt the internal
I
earthquake
tell you
of
guys, I will not
betrayal, that
disappoint you
sickening
people.
lurch where the
Any
ground of a
video that I will
relationship you
bring
thought
here,
was
I will make
solid
sure that
reveals itself to
you
be nothing
guys
but a
is
cleverly
going to
painted
love
canvas
it
over a
and
void.
enjoy it.
And
So
from that
just
tremor,
continue
you have
watching.
drawn a map whose first, bold, undeniable border is this: do not trust anyone. And I am not here to tell you that map is wrong. I am here to tell you that you are reading it with only one eye open. This declaration, this title of yours, is not the end of your story. It is the preface. It is the fierce, necessary clearing of the ground before the real building can begin. That feeling in your chest, that tightening, that guardedness, it is not a life sentence to isolation. It is the birth pang of a profound and unshakable power, the power of discernment. For too long, you have been sold a lie. The lie is that to be good, to be kind, to be loving, you must be soft. You must be open. You must be trusting. And so, in the name of being good, you left the gates to your soul unguarded. You allowed anyone with a pleasant word or a convincing story to march right in and plant their flag. And when those flags turned out to be the banners of invaders, you blamed yourself. You thought, I was too kind. I was too open. I trusted too easily. No, the error was not in your capacity for trust. The error was in your surrender of discernment. Don't trust anyone is the reclamation of that discernment. It is the decision that from this moment forward, you will be the sovereign of your own inner kingdom. You will man the battlements. You will judge who gains entry. This is not an act of cynicism. It is an act of profound self-respect. You are saying, my peace, my heart, my spirit, my energy, these are the treasures of my realm, and they will no longer be left on the front lawn for any passerby to pick up or trample upon. So what do you do with this newfound sovereignty? You watch. That is the critical second half of your own commandment. Before watching this, you watch. You become the most attentive, patient, and perceptive observer of human nature that you can possibly be. You
It's
trade
true.
naive trust for meticulous observation. You stop listening to the soundtrack of people's promises and start watching the silent movie of their actions. Do not trust the fervor of a confession made in the dark. Trust the consistency of character shown in the light of day. Do not trust the grand sacrifice someone promises they would make for you. Trust the small, inconvenient kindnesses they actually perform when it costs them a few minutes of their time. Do not trust the tears that fall in the drama of a confrontation. Trust the quiet daily choices that reveal the architecture of a person's soul. Watch how they speak to the waiter. Watch how they handle a delay, a frustration, a plan that falls apart. Watch what they do when they are angry, when they are tired, when they think no one of consequence is looking. Watch what they do with power when they have a little bit of it. Watch what they do with a secret that is not their own. Watch. In this watching, you are not being cold. You are being scientific. You are gathering data. You are allowing the evidence to present itself before you render a verdict. And this process, this deliberate pause between meeting someone and allowing them into your inner world, this is the most respectful thing you can do both for yourself and for them. You are not judging them on hearsay or prejudice. You are allowing them to reveal themselves in time through the only medium that is real, their choices. And here is where the transformation occurs. As you withdraw the cheap coin of your instant trust from circulation, you begin to mint a new, infinitely more valuable currency. You begin to build self-trust. This is the core of everything. All the betrayal in the world, all the letdowns and the heartbreaks, they are catastrophic because they damage our trust in ourselves. We think, how could I have been so blind? How did I not see? What is wrong with my judgment? We stop trusting our own intuition, that quiet voice that probably whispered a warning we chose to ignore. Your new rule, don't trust anyone, is actually the first and greatest step toward rehabilitating your trust in yourself. You are telling your own spirit, I will not override you anymore. I will not talk you out of your discomfort. I will not sell your certainty for the cheap price of being liked or avoiding conflict. From now on, we watch, we listen, we feel, and we will move at the speed of the evidence. When you do that, a miraculous thing happens. That inner voice, that gut feeling, that intuition, it grows stronger, it speaks more clearly. Because it knows you are finally, truly listening. You are partnering with it. You are no longer betraying yourself to seek validation from others. This self-trust becomes the unshakable foundation of your life. You start to trust your ability to handle hardship because you are no longer relying on a knight in shining armor who might not come. You trust your ability to learn, to adapt, to figure things out. You trust your resilience. You look back at the wastelands of past betrayals, and you see not just scorched earth, but the fact that you are still here. You survived. You learned. You drew a map. That is a person you can trust. That is a strength you can rely on. And from this fortress of self-trust, your entire relationship with the outside world changes. You are no longer a beggar at the banquet of other people's approval, hoping for scraps of validation. You are a discerning guest, observing the table, deciding what, if anything, you wish to partake in. Your neediness evaporates. Your desperation for connection transforms into a selective openness for communion. People sense this shift. The energy you project is no longer please like me, please validate me, please don't leave me. It becomes I am complete, I am observing, I am here by choice. That is an immensely powerful and attractive force. It repels the manipulators and the users, for they seek easy marks, not fortified citadels. And it draws in a different caliber of person entirely. For when you stop trusting everyone, you create the pristine, empty space where real earned trust can finally grow. Think of trust not as a flower you find growing wild, but as a rare and delicate orchid you cultivate. It needs the right environment. It needs specific conditions. It needs patience. The environment is your own strong boundary. The condition is consistent, evidence-based behavior. The patience is your willingness to watch, to wait, to not force it. The people who are meant for you, the true allies, the soul-deep connections, they will not be offended by your watchfulness. They will respect it. In fact, they are likely operating by a similar code. They have been burned too. They have their own maps. They are not looking for a naive, instant bond. They are looking for a proven, resilient partnership. Your discernment does not push them away. It speaks a language they understand. It says, I value what we might build too much to cheapen it with rushed promises. When trust is earned slowly, through trial, through seeing how someone navigates storms, through witnessing their loyalty not just to you, but to their own principles. It becomes something unbreakable.
Okay, my
It
people,
is
so far, what you guys learn about this? I always ask this type of questions when we watch it small. I want to know what you guys think about this video in the comment section. Okay, leave your comments to the comment section. And also, if you have anything, any video that in mind and you want me to bring it to this channel, please, you can just direct me, tell me what you want so that I can bring it to this channel. And also, if you know that you haven't subscribed, this is your first time crossing Glow Eating TV and reaction videos, please subscribe to my channel, like it and share for me. And also don't forget, while you subscribe, you have to on the notification bell. That is very, very important, because while you on your notification bell, anytime when I post a video, YouTube, they will definitely going to recommend it to you so that you can see in your notification bell, for you to know that yes, there is a video I release, I put it on the channel so that you also can follow up. But if you know that you don't enjoy this, even no problem, you can still like it. Okay, your liking also, it means a lot for me. Just say something also in the comments below and what you learned so far as you just watch it, and also share it to those who need it, who need this topic. Okay, if you don't want it, no problem, share it to those who need it so that they can support me and come here so that we all be doing the reaction, watching the videos together and giving, adding each other um adding each other advice, yeah, to be advising each other. And because there are some things that we all need it, I need it, you also need it, we all need it, we need to support each other, right? So you have to come, let us come together, be let us be in the family in this channel, Glow Eating TV. Let us be in the family of the Glow Eating TV and grow together and do things, many things together, and solve our problems together. Okay, I love you all. Let's continue to watch and finish. After that, maybe no problem, we can still talk a little bit before we close the video. Okay, let's start again.
Stand on your
But I'm still
battlements.
drinking my
Feel
tea,
the
my
strength
coffee,
of the
Turkish
stone you
coffee.
have become.
It's very nice.
Survey the landscape with clear, calm eyes. Let your past be the scout that warns you of pitfalls, not the jailer that keeps you in the dark. You set the terms. You hold the standard. You decide what proof is required. And in that decision, you become more than just safe. You become powerful. You become magnetic. You become whole. The world needs fewer naive hearts and more discerning warriors. It needs fewer people who trust easily and more people who trust intelligently. By declaring "don't trust anyone," you have not announced your withdrawal from the world. You have announced your evolution within it. You are now playing the long game. You are building something that cannot be toppled by a lie or shattered by a betrayal. You are building a life on the bedrock of your own proven judgment. So begin, watch, discern, trust the process, trust your growing strength, trust the slow, beautiful, inevitable unfolding of a life lived not in fear of betrayal, but in the quiet, unassailable power of having chosen your trusts wisely. And in that choice, you will find a freedom and a peace that the naive truster can never, ever comprehend. This is your beginning. This is your power. Now go and watch. The drawbridge is down, but the gate is still of your own design, your own making, forged in the fires of your experience. This is the critical point of integration. You are not building a moat to drown in your own loneliness. You are architecting a kingdom. And every kingdom has a throne. Who sits upon it? You do. The sovereign self. And a sovereign does not rule by fear or by isolation. A sovereign rules by law, by discernment, by justice, and by the careful, deliberate granting of favor. Your pain wrote the first and most stringent law: do not trust anyone. But a kingdom with only one law is a prison. Now, you must write the rest of the Constitution. You must codify what earns trust. You must define what actions merit the lowering of the bridge, the opening of the gate, the sharing of the treasure. This is your life's work now. Not to hide, but to judge rightly. Not to repel, but to attract wisely. Not to suspect, but to recognize truly. So let us write the Constitution. Let us move from the reactive declaration to the proactive design. The first article, already established, is self-trust. The sovereign must trust their own mind, their own intuition, their own capacity to rule. This is non-negotiable. You are in a constant council with your own spirit, and that council's verdict is final. The second article is the law of observation. No one enters the kingdom without passing under the gaze of the watchtowers. Their passage across the plains toward your walls is to be studied. Do they travel straight? Do they cause chaos in the villages they pass through? Are they burdened with the loot of other kingdoms they've sacked? You have time. You have the high ground. You watch. The third article is the law of evidence. Words are the petitions brought to your gate. They are heard, they are recorded, but they are not law. Actions are the only currency that can pay the toll for entry. Consistency is the seal on the document. A single grand action is a fireworks display, impressive, but it leaves only smoke and memory. The small repeated actions, the daily showing up, the quiet respect, the handling of trivial conflicts with grace, these are the stones that build a road to your gate, a road you can actually walk on. The fourth article is the law of reciprocity. The kingdom gives, but it must also receive. Energy, attention, care, support, these must flow in both directions along an approved channel. A subject who only takes is a drain on the treasury. A subject who contributes, who fortifies the walls, who tends the gardens, who sings in the halls, that is a citizen worthy of the kingdom's protection and fellowship. This is the framework. This is how don't trust anyone evolves into I know how trust is earned. It becomes a system, a science of the soul. And when you begin to operate from this place, the entire theater of your life changes. The players who once had leading roles, the manipulators, the dramatics, the victims, the saviors, they find their scripts no longer work on this stage. The lighting is too clear. The director is too attentive. They exit, stage left, seeking a darker, more chaotic theater where their performances can still deceive. And you let them go. You do not chase them with a rewrite. You bless their exit as a clearing of the stage. The silence they leave behind is not emptiness. It is potential. It is the quiet hum of a well-run kingdom awaiting its true citizens. And in that silence, you will hear something new. You will hear the sound of your own purpose, undistorted by the noise of other people's demands. You will hear the rhythm of your own heartbeat, no longer racing in anxiety or seizing in fear, but beating a steady, confident pace. This is the sound of sovereignty. This is the sound of a self that is no longer for sale, no longer for rent, no longer open to squatters. This is where your real power begins to coalesce, not as a weapon to wield against others, but as a gravity to hold your world together. Now, let us speak of this power, for it is often misunderstood. The power that comes from discernment is not the power of the clenched fist. It is the power of the open, steady hand. The clenched fist can only strike or defend. It cannot build, it cannot create, it cannot hold anything delicate or beautiful. The open hand can do all of those things. It can push away danger, yes, but it can also shape clay, it can guide a plow, it can comfort a friend, it can receive a gift. Your decision to trust only upon evidence is that open hand. It is strong enough to set a boundary, yet receptive enough to grasp truth when it is finally offered. This is the balance you are mastering. The world fears the cynic and pities the fool, but it respects the realist who still has the capacity for depth. You are becoming that realist. And as this power solidifies within you, a fascinating transformation will occur in your relationships with the past. Those who betrayed you, those whose actions forced you to inscribe this hard law upon your heart, they will transform in your memory from monsters into mere teachers. Harsh, unkind, perhaps cruel teachers, but teachers nonetheless. Their lesson was the necessity of the wall. You will not thank them, For thanks is for those who intend good. But you can release the bitter heat of your hatred for them. Hatred is a poison you brew for another, but are forced to drink yourself. It keeps you chained to their act, forever defining yourself in opposition to their darkness. When you see them as the flawed, broken instruments of your own awakening, you can set the poison down. You can look at the wall they caused you to build and say, "This is mine now. I have fortified it. I have placed my own flag upon it. It no longer belongs to your betrayal, it belongs to my strength." This is not forgiveness for their sake, it is emancipation for yours. With the past relegated to the role of a difficult tutor, you are now free to occupy the present with unparalleled focus. This is another fruit of your discernment, the gift of presence. When you are not constantly braced for betrayal, when you are not parsing every word for hidden meanings because you have already committed to the slow process of evidence, you can actually be where you are. You can listen to a conversation without the frantic, hidden agenda of "can I trust this person?" You can enjoy a moment of laughter without the ghost of future disappointment whispering in your ear. You can work on a project not for the approval of a fickle superior, but for the integrity of the work itself. You are no longer a spy in your own life, constantly looking over your shoulder. You are the inhabitant of your own experience. This is a profound peace. It is the peace of the guarded heart that is finally, truly at rest within its own fortress. And from this place of present moment peace, your vision for the future clears. It is no longer a desperate fantasy of rescue or a paranoid forecast of doom. It becomes a blueprint, drawn by the hand of your own values, your own proven strength, your own hard-won wisdom. You can plan not based on whom you hope will show up to help you, but based on what you know you are capable of building alone, understanding that any true help will be a magnificent bonus, not a foundational requirement. This is how empires are built, not on the shifting sands of promised alliances, but on the bedrock of self-reliance, with alliances forming a beautiful secondary lattice of support. Now, let us be practical. How does this sovereign, this discerning observer, move through an ordinary day? You wake, and your first loyalty is to your own spirit. You do not reach for the phone to see who has validated you in the night. You connect with your own breath, your own intentions. You set the tone for your kingdom. You go into the world and you engage. You are not cold, you are not aloof. You are present, you are cordial, you are professional, you are kind. But you are watching. You are in a state of graceful, unattached observation. In a meeting, you listen not just to the ideas, but to the dynamics. Who seeks credit? Who uplifts others? Who speaks when it is risky? Who remains silent when they should speak? You are gathering data, not gossip. You are learning the true maps of the people around you. In your personal life, you engage in conversations without immediately offering your vulnerabilities as a token of friendship. You share gradually, in proportion to the evidence of safety you have observed. You ask questions, you listen to the answers, and you watch to see if the person's life aligns with their professed beliefs. You notice contradictions not with a sense of gotcha, but with the calm notation of a researcher. This person says family is everything, yet they consistently break promises to their siblings. Noted. This person professes honesty, yet they tell small, self-aggrandizing lies. Noted. This person speaks of loyalty, yet they are dismissive of absent friends. Noted. The picture builds, and it builds without your heart being on the line at every turn. And when you see the evidence of good character, when you see the person who admits their fault, who shows up when it's inconvenient, who remembers what you said in passing and asks about it weeks later, whose humor is gentle, whose criticism is constructive, whose silence is comfortable, you note, that too. And you allow your walls not to crumble, but to develop a gate. You allow a measured trust to grow. You share a little more. You test the strength of the connection with a small, reasonable request, a shared project, a minor vulnerability. You watch how they handle it, and if they handle it with care, the gate opens a little wider. This is how trust is built, not as a leap, but as a series of steps, each taken on a stone you have first tested for solidity. This process will feel slow. It will feel deliberate. It will lack the dizzying, addictive rush of the instant soulmate connection, the "I just met you, but I trust you" completely fantasy. That fantasy is a sugar high. It is the emotional equivalent of junk food. What you are building is a nourishing meal. It takes time to grow the ingredients, to prepare them, to cook them, but it sustains you. It does not make you sick afterward. There will be temptations to revert. You will meet someone charming, charismatic, who pours out words that feel like a perfect key to your locks. Your old wounds will whisper, "This is it." The one who proves you don't need the walls. Your newfound discernment must speak louder. It must say, "The key is elegant." Let us see if it turns the lock through genuine mechanism, or if it is merely a pretty pick lock, trying to spring the tumblers of my guard. Wait. Watch. Let time pass. Let life happen around them. Let them encounter stress, disappointment, delay. See who they are then. The mask of charm is the first thing to slip under pressure. The character of integrity becomes most visible in the storm. This is your discipline. This is your practice. It is the daily reaffirmation of your own sovereignty. Some days you will be tired. Some days the loneliness of the battlements will feel heavy. On those days, you must remember, you are not lonely for the crowd. You are lonely for the right few. And it is better to be alone in your fortress, at peace, than to be crowded in a prison of false fellowship, yearning for escape. The loneliness of integrity is a clean, spacious room. The loneliness of bad company is a suffocating, crowded cage. As you walk this path, a new kind of confidence will emerge. It is not the loud, boastful confidence of the insecure. It is the quiet, deep confidence of the rooted. You will walk into rooms not wondering who likes you, but knowing what you bring to the room. You will state your opinions not to provoke agreement, but as a simple statement of your truth. You will be able to say no without apology and yes without frantic overcommitment. Your yes will mean something, because it is not given freely, it is granted selectively. Your word will regain its
But I'm still
power,
drinking
because
my
it is
tea, my
backed by the
coffee,
full
British
treasury of
coffee.
your self-trust.
It's very
And in
nice.
time, you will gather a council around you. Not a crowd, a council. A few, perhaps very few. These are the ones who passed every test, not because they were performing for a test, but because their nature is the test's answer. Their evidence is their life. You will look at them and you will know. You will know not with the feverish certainty of infatuation, but with the calm, deep knowing of a truth that has been witnessed time and again in seasons of sun and seasons of snow. With these, the drawbridge stays down. The gates are open. The kingdom shares its bounty. And this circle, this earned fellowship, becomes an extension of your own strength. It is a network of sovereigns, each ruling their own realm, choosing to ally in peace and mutual respect. This is the highest form of community. It is not based on need, but on chosen affinity. It is not a hive, it is a constellation, each star shining its own light, together forming a magnificent, unbreakable pattern in the dark. So, hold to your title. Don't trust anyone. Let it be the unwavering core of your philosophy. But let it be the beginning of your wisdom, not the end of your world. Let it be the foundation upon which you build a life of profound selectivity, immense self-respect, and ultimately a trust so real, so earned, so deeply proven, that it becomes as permanent as the mountains. You started with a warning born of pain. You are now crafting a manifesto born of power. Continue, watch, discern, build, and rule your kingdom well. The world does not need another open wound. It needs another sovereign. It needs you. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you very much for watching, my people. We have come to the end of the video, and also I would love to know what you guys think about this video in the comment section. Okay, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. Here is all about healing motivation channel purpose that we are doing. I'm doing reaction videos, okay, concern about healing motivation and how we can do to, to come out with some things, with confidence, have a powerful confidence without, looking at anybody's eyes or expecting people to do for us. How we can do to do things for ourselves without expecting someone to come out to do it for us. That is the purpose of this channel. So before you subscribe, you know what I'm doing. I'm bringing motivation videos, and also if you have any video in mind and you want me to bring it to this channel, please, you can recommend that video to me. Definitely I will bring it here so that we all watch it. And also if there is something that we can talk about it or discuss about it, definitely I will still be around in the comment section so that we can still keep in chat in the comment section. Now today's lesson is about trust, so that one also let me know in the comment section. Will you trust people or not? And if you say you will trust, how care can you be taking care without hurting anybody or without allowing people to hurt you? And what did you learn about this video? Please leave it in the comment section, okay? So when you leave it, definitely I'll be around for us to talk. And also don't forget, guys, this video coming from being inspired from life. So guys, support that channel for me. Bye bye.